So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
Encroachment defense. Still second down.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Once again, it's Cook. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
That's taken in. Keon Coleman. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Cook. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Demario Davis there on the play. 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. In motion, Shakir. Allen on 3rd down. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a 5th-round selection out of the 2024 draft from South Carolina by way of Oklahoma. It's Spencer Rattler.
He's coming off one of those games, Mike, where he just wasn't good enough. I mean, he wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. He was good at times. He just...
Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. The Bills have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. He's taken down just shy of the 10. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Allen going to keep it on the zone read. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now Allen to throw on second down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They send him right out of the slot. On third down, it's Josh Allen. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. First and 10. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. Not much there, maybe a yard. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Here's a 2nd and 9. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
The reception for Rashid Shaheed. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw, Rattler. That's complete. It is Foster Moreau. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. On the handoff, it's Kamara. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. They'll go again here with Kamara. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Here's 3rd and 7. Rattler now back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. That's Greg Russo in there for the sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Grupe's kick is good. And the Saints are on the board. They cut the lead to 6-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, When you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bills offense ready for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the first quarter.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. It's been a game of field goals so far. The Bills with the early advantage. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. The Bills bringing on the punt team. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. The Saints offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. Throwing is Rattler. Brought in by Chris Olave. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Rattler. This one is caught by Jawan Johnson. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Throwing now is Rattler. And we try to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Taron Johnson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Allen working from the pistol. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Kool-Aid McKinstry. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Saints offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Now Rattler gonna throw. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. It's a give now to Kamara. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. On the give, this is Kamara. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down. To throw, it's Rattler. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. About 19 yards on that one. And they're in business. It's 1st and goal.
Barring some type of disaster with that big pass pickup, it puts them in position now where they feel like they can at least walk away with points off this drive. I just feel like it has to be 6. I feel like anything less than that will be a letdown.
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. No handoff. He'll keep it himself. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc.
And he'll take it on in. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Saints. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. It's up and through. The Saints open the lead to 4. It's 10-6. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bills offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. That's the linebacker, Pete Werner. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception, and now, Greg, not only do they pick them, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
On comes Blake Groupie for the PAT. He gets it to go, And the Saints are able to extend the lead. It's now 17-6. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bills offense back onto the field for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Now Allen. Quickly to the outside and complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to have a Bills 1st down. He'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. That's Palmer, the man in motion. From the gun, it's Allen. They go right back to Coleman. He's got it again. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. And he will get into the end zone. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Buffalo. That a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Saints offense ready to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll look to throw. And open downfield, it's Johnson. That pass play good for 22. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the 1st down.
He'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
His pass taken in by Shaheed. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Looking to throw. Rattler trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Throwing now on 3rd. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. So we hit halftime with the visiting Saints in front. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. The return starts from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Rattler now back to throw. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. On 1st down, it's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Here now, 3rd and 5. One more time going up top with Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Here's Rattler. This one is caught by Moreau. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rattler. In trouble, and down he goes. That is Joey Bosa in on the sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Rattler. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. Now Rattler gonna throw. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. To throw, it's Rattler. That's into the hands of the veteran Cooks. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now he takes off. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Might lose a yard. They've got him back at the 2.
That first and goal sack now changes everything defensively, Mike. You imagine that you're in a 4-down territory where the offense is going to try to take advantage of the field position.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bills offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. This one complete right side. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down. Allen working from the pistol. 1st down throw there is incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Allen gonna throw again. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg their 2nd pick 6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick 6. But to get 2 pick 6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Groupie now, on for the extra point. The kick is good. The Saints will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This secondary will get a lot of the credit. 3 picks so far. But, Greg, the pass rush has been relentless as well.
Yeah, I think it's super important, Mike, that we point out just how much the pass rush and then the secondary coverage works together. The more that rush gets home, the faster that ball gets out. We can play certain coverages knowing the timing of the quarterback has to be sped up. So often, the teams that are the most successful in this league, Mike, they have the best understanding. When our back end and our front end are working in unison, man, it puts a lot of pressure on not only the quarterback, but the entire offense.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Finding yourself down here multiple scores in the 2nd half, the defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to keep it himself. Injured player on the field, and that indeed is Josh Allen. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Trubisky. A short throw caught by Kincaid. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Cook. And they bring him down at the 23, but that will do just fine. Move the chains. 1st down picked up.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Here's Trubisky to throw. A pass caught right side by Coleman. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. One more time with Cook. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. They'll run. It's Cook. A dive, and he's in. James Cook. Touchdown, Bills. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense, and Spencer Rattler set to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Kamara. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The Saints lining up in punt formation as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Slot receiver headed right. Back to throw. Trubisky. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. 3rd and 9. Trubisky to throw. He'll find his running back, Cook. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Bills first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
Trubisky. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple. Here's Trubisky. Looking downfield for Coleman. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
And it's the arm talent, Mike. It's on full display. His ability to step up in the pocket, get everything behind that ball, and throw a laser downfield. That's not a throw that all quarterbacks in the NFL are capable of making, and I think it was pretty good defense. Just turned out to be a better throw.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Cook. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Now Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So now it's Tyler Bass on in a big spot. This to get back to a 1-possession game. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Saints offense ready to see what they can do. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. Rattler now back to throw. Catch made right side. It's Johnson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Rattler. Pressure gets there. And down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Back to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A throw. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And this is taken in by the defense.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, But before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A give up the middle with Kamara. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Olave is the motion man. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. On 3rd down, here's a run by Kamara. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. Shaheed in motion. It's a pickup of 14. And the decision to go for it pays off. They'll run on 1st down with Kamara. The Bills going to use their final timeout here, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. Pistol give to Kamara. Forget about it. They're going to lose more yardage there. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
So a pressure kick coming here for Blake Grupe. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The Bills' offense ready to take over once again. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. He'll look to throw. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There is nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here we go. One final play. And he's going to go down. The pressure once again too much. And that should wrap this one up. So this one a win for the visiting Saints. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.